Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else. We are back to Senna episode 4. Episode 4.
Yeah. The third episode ended with Senna
Got a girl.
finding love. Let's see how it went. Senna found the girl, Senna lost the girl.
Well, I guess I would sum it. Look, if I said last episode was all about performance mindset, I would say this episode is all about relationships, the dramas and ups and downs of relationships. Because not only do we have Senna and the girl, but we also have
Senna and
Prost. We have the tensions there, and
boy, did they went high.
There are some tense moments in both of them. Yeah, sparks flying.
And yeah, well, okay, let's talk about the girl first.
Yeah. Okay.
What is it? Is it impossible for such a person with such a determination and focus and dedication to have a relationship? Well, granted, the girl was also a star and she had to travel a lot too. Yeah. So that was a bit of...
I think a lot of it, and I think this episode brings out that a lot of it is about expectations and what you want in a relationship. Because if you want someone who's going to follow you everywhere and be there for every one of your high moments, that's a bit...
Well, he didn't. He didn't. No, he said, it's okay, you can't come. It's fine.
There was an important moment for her.
Yes.
Which was very important, and he wasn't there. And she wasn't able to recognize that he had his own demons to fight.
Yeah.
And so, again, there was a sort of imbalance between expectations and wants and what existed in real life. I totally think that somebody can have a relationship that works well, but both parties have to be comfortable with the reality of life and willing to have some give and take.
Yes.
Yeah, but...
And
although I will say, at least she had a very generous and reality-based attitude towards it all.
Yes.
When she realized this is not going to be what I want it to be, she didn't blame him. She didn't. She didn't say, "Oh, you're a terrible person." She just said, "I see that it's not going to work."
It was a very mature attitude.
Yeah, and it didn't. There was, in some ways, it's like because of her own performing experience, she understood that, this is the reality of the world and life. Yeah.
And okay, that's one side of the episode, and the other side is
Senna and
Prost. Look, they both...
blood is running hot.
Both. Prost was also an absolutely amazing driver. He was.
And now here is where I have a few questions about what is portrayed in the movie. Because as I watch this episode, what is shown of Prost's behavior, I think, man, what a nasty personality.
Look.
But I don't know if that's the truth.
No. The events are real.
Understand.
The events presented.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's fair to judge an entire personality based on what's shown here.
Probably not.
I get the feeling, but yeah.
No. But okay. But here's the thing. The movie's title is Senna. Is not Prost.
Yeah.
So the focus is on him, and even in presenting the race where Prost decided to push Senna out and himself as well, knowing that he will get the championship if both of them are going to fail the race. The focus was on Senna, and that's again one of the moments where Senna. Not that he showed the world. He had an opportunity to be himself. He was there in the car. I bet his blood was boiling. He was boiling because he was looking forward to this fight, to this duel, right? And probably in a few seconds, he assessed the car. He realized that he
could still make a run for it.
And he did.
And he did.
So, two things. One, he was out of the race for a few minutes. And then he had to stop for them to replace the front part of the vehicle. And then he won the race.
Yeah.
Again, only he knows how it felt like. Not only winning the race, but under these circumstances.
Well, and that, after what we saw in the previous episode, his car stalling out. It's like, you put him in the worst place possible, and that's when you're going to see him shine.
Yes.
If it's all going well, okay.
Yeah, he will win. He will. But Senna was shining there when he was cornered.
Pressure. When he's cornered,
high pressure. And only he knows what it felt like to win that race in those circumstances, as well as to find out that he didn't.
Yes,
because of the decision made by the officials that he had to go back.
Yeah.
To be able to be counted in.
Yeah. And
although practically it would have been impossible. He would have had to drive the wrong way.
Look, I understand that in a race, in a sport like this, where stakes are so high, there's so much money, rules are rules, and even if they seem incredibly unfair in a certain application, I understand that, okay, it seems incredibly unfair, but if that's the rule, that's the rule. Although I also understand that maybe there was a bit of room to fudge that perhaps the committee could have, because I heard when they were talking the radio, whatever, they were saying, well, they could have applied a penalty instead of disqualifying.
Let's put it this way.
And I don't know enough about the sport to know how flexible it is and how much of it could have been bent to favor him if they want. I don't know.
Let's put it this way. If it would have been Proust.
I don't know. I know that Senna...
Or an English driver.
I know that Senna felt that it was deeply personally unfair to him, targeted towards him. But I don't know enough to know if that's the truth.
Based on his history. Of
course. But all I know is that I don't know enough about the rules.
Yes.
I can't.
Anyway, at the end of the day,
I understand that it was incredibly hard for him to swallow.
He was disqualified for that race. His race was not counted for. But us, over 30 years after, we looked at him in admiration after that race. At the end of the day, Senna won. Well,
it reminds me of some other sportsmen's stories. I guess there was an Olympics race running, and I don't know if it was Olympics or something else, but I've seen clips of it where somebody tripped and fell or got injured or something, and the person who is likely to be the winner stopped, went back, helped them get up, and they went together to the finish line.
I remember the picture. Yeah,
and there are other instances too, but that's just what comes to mind right now because I've seen several clips of it over the years. And it's this sportsman's attitude of, first of all, you don't behave badly towards the others, and second of all, you never give up. And just because you're down, just because you're disqualified, even if you were disqualified, I mean, the fact that he made it to the end is so admirable.
First place.
It's kind of like it's the old advice: if a horse bucks you off, you don't walk away. You get back on and finish the ride. And so it's one of those moments of real grit and perseverance and determination.
And these are the people who have in their mind not only to win that race, but they have the larger perspective. It's a larger perspective because, again, we look back now over 3 decades after, and I mean, really, for anyone, it doesn't matter that his race in that race he got disqualified. Okay, but we feel that he won.
Yeah. I guess even back then, a lot of people felt that he won.
Yeah.
Fairly so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was episode 4. We have 2 episodes left, or 1 episode until the final one. We'll see you soon.